Smile now, smile out. Smile, make them haters say ow. Smile, smile.
It's got 7 electrons, 7 protons, 7 neutrons. There are charts that will help you understand the order when writing out a molecular orbital diagram. Nitrogen has 7 electrons. And when filling in a molecular orbital diagram, you have to consider, well, how many electrons can fill in each orbital? The S shape can only fill 2 electrons, while the P shape can fill 6 electrons. Our innermost shell of electrons can have 2. The electrons in molecular orbital diagrams are represented with arrows. An arrow pointing up means that electron is spinning to the right, and an arrow pointing down describes the electron is spinning to the left. Now remember our Pauli exclusion principle, which states that no particular element can have all the same quantum values. Spin of electrons must be one value, pointing up or pointing down, positive, negative. These are just representations to help to give you some understanding of the atomic structure. Our first orbital shell will have 2 electrons with the spherical shape. And then our next orbital also has 2. And this is how we write it, numerical and letters, and this is how we fill it in the box. We only got 4 electrons. We need to get to 7. The way you fill in a box, it's 2 electrons per box. But Hund's rule states you must fill in each orbital shell with the same orientation before going to the next. That's Hund's rule. I like to associate Hund's rule with, it's kind of like stepping onto a bus or train late at night. If you're on a bus or train late at night and there's no one on the train, and you see like one person sitting there and he's, kind of smells, you're not going to sit next to that guy. You're going to go sit further away. Same thing with Hund's rule. Electrons fill this box and then they take the next seat. And we're trying to get to 7. So we got 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 electrons. And we write 3. We're done. Let's consider another element. Neon. I chose neon because it's a noble gas. Valence are filled. If it's a noble gas and the valences are filled, then that means all the orbitals will have all the electrons filled. Our first orbital has 2 electrons. We're at 4 electrons. Now watch how I fill in the next orbital. Just get in that habit of filling it in with one direction of electrons first, then come back and do the next direction. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 electrons. And our p orbital can fill up to 6 electrons. Remember Hund's rule. You want to fill all up the seats before you sit next to somebody.